While AI might help with research and development, there's still some concern on whether it does more harm than good. Now, if you ask NASA rocket scientist and author Olympia LePoint, she says that we should, quote, wait to see which AI is good AI to use. So guys, let's bring in Olympia LePoint to get her take on artificial intelligence. Olympia, I want to ask you first. I mean, AI, obviously, it's so broad and it's so unpredictable when we think about the future. But what aspects of artificial intelligence worry you most now or possibly down the line?
To give a background, artificial intelligence is a super fast computing system. The type of calculators that we can think of right now, it's like warp speed. And what it does is instead of it using a traditional code where you put good information in and get good information out, it has a learning sequence, a machine learning sequence. And currently right now, it's estimated that only 12% of the American population is using artificial intelligence. And that means that the rest of the world of artificial intelligence is using it. Now, there's such thing as deep code and deep fake code within artificial intelligence. What this is the ability to mimic the original code of computer grids and electrical grids, of self-driving vehicles, of communication and encryption capabilities. And what it does is, through this deep fake code, create false codes to be able to hack systems. And it makes hackers and people who want to do harm, it makes them more, I should say, more able to infiltrate systems if there's not some sort of safeguards in play.
Especially when we talk about things like driverless cars. We're kind of at the dawning of that too. So you don't want someone hacking into your car that is driving down the freeway, right? They could pump the brakes, they could do the opposite. That's a scary thought. Airplanes too. Flying cars. Gosh, a lot to say about the future. But overall, I think it'll be something like the internet. You can't describe the internet being good or bad. It's just so broad. But overall, I think we can say that the world has benefited a lot more since the internet came along than before, when you weigh the pros and the cons. And so what are some positives of AI? And you know, I think with not knowing what's real, what's fake online anymore, being able to generate these images using AI, that might cause people to, I don't know, have to do their own research and be skeptical and actually be more informed. But maybe I'm too optimistic.
Well, it's interesting what you say. Artificial intelligence is the next innovation. Albert Einstein, as well as other scientists, made this observation. Every 30 years, there is a major breakthrough within innovation. We saw it within the printing press. We see it within nuclear energy. We also see it within the invention of the internet. This type of artificial intelligence is going to be used as a calculating system, not only for artificial intelligence, but for quantum computing systems that's later on going to be used for the quantum internet. In the next 5 years, we're going to be, I estimate, this is my estimation, in the next 5 years or so, we're going to use this type of high-powered computing capability not only for artificial intelligence, but for quantum computing and quantum communications, which we're going to have hologram technology in the future. So we will need some sort of tool to take the large amounts of data in three-dimensional pictures and put it together in a way in which people will be able to use it for education, for training, for spacewalks, for all the different type of ways in which really high amounts of data will be used in the future. So artificial intelligence is simply a tool, but it's the human mind that determines if the tool is working efficiently and if it's giving the right information.
Do you think the human mind can ever be replicated? That's kind of a debate that people go back and forth on. And I guess that's one of the biggest fears with AI, is that the machines will become smarter and stronger than us. But is the brain, is free thought, is being sentient something that can be created?
Personally, what I believe through the science is that nothing can mimic the human brain. For example, one dendrite in the human brain contains as much information as the entire World Wide Web. We have over 100,000 dendrites connected to over 100,000, well, more than 100,000, 100,000 connections with millions of neurons in our brain. So we have billions and billions and billions of cells and connections in our brain that houses more information than any supercomputer. Our human brains have the ability to not only create innovation, but be able to check it and verify it is working accurately, as well as cutting it off when it's not working the way it's supposed to. So I truly believe that the human brain and our effective decision making will always be more powerful than anything in which would be created.
Olympia LePoint, thank you so much for coming on the show. My brain hurts thinking about all of this stuff. Thank you.
Thank you. It's my honor.